The first phrase that I've selected here is carry on. And you probably know that phrase. It's a pretty common phrasal verb. Mohammed or Pachu, do you know what carry on means? Have you ever used that before?
Yes, carry on means just continue
Okay, it does.
something.
It does. Have you seen that before, Mohammed?
Yes.
Okay. But here, a lot of times a phrasal verb can have several different meanings. And the way that it was used in chapter 42, it does have the idea of continue, but it's like it's
Yeah,
talking about how would you describe that?
yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to look at the Chat GPT explanation.
Sorry, Professor, there is a noise.
Do you hear a noise? Is it okay now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. Uh, carry on could be like loud, annoying, emotional. Uh, what what kind of noun could we use for that? I'm just looking how ChatGPT to behave in a loud, annoying way. To behave, let's say behavior. We use behavior. Okay, so it's kind of like the word nag, if you remember the word nag. Uh, if you look at this sentence, Mohammed, could you read the sentence that I have on the screen?
Loud, annoying, emotional behavior.
Okay, and then what is the sentence on the bottom? She carried. Let's look at the
Uh,
example
She,
sentence.
she carried on for hours after losing her favorite necklace.
Okay, what does that mean? If carry on means loud, annoying, emotional behavior, let's say continuous, loud, annoying, emotional behavior. What does that mean? What do you think she was doing?
She uh, she was shouting out after losing her necklace,
Complaining. Like, I can't believe I
complaining.
lost my necklace. I don't know where it went. That was my favorite necklace. And then maybe you get annoyed and you say, "Oh, stop carrying on." It's like complaining. I think that's a good synonym. Complaining. Does that make sense? Do you understand the sentence?
Yes.
Okay. Pachu, can you read the sentence?
Okay, sir. She carried on for hours after losing her favorite necklace.
What does that mean? She carried on for hours.
So this means that she lost necklace, her
Hmm.
favorite necklace, and after then she started to annoy,
Yes,
means
like complaining.
complaining. Yeah.
Loud, annoying, emotional complaining. Mhm. So then you
Yes.
say, "Oh, stop carrying on." That means stop complaining. Shut up. Do you understand the
Yes.
idea of the sentence?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Can you read the first three words of that sentence, Pachu?
Okay. She carried on.
Don't forget to whistle. She
Okay.
carried on.
She carried on.
Uh-huh. What do you think? When I hear that, when I say that, she carried on, I hear one long sound and two short sounds. Which is the long sound?
Carried.
Carried. Carried. So it's she carried on.
Yes. Carried on.
Say,
Carried on.
let me hear you say she. She carried on.
She carried on.
Can you say she a little bit bigger?
Yeah.
Say it again.
She carried.
Okay.
She carried on.
Don't forget to whistle. She carried on.
Okay. She carried on. She
That,
carried on.
that was good. Mohammed, can you say those three words?
She carried on.
Okay, when I say it, I think there's one long sound and two short sounds. She carried on. Can you say it like that? Just one long
She
sound.
car
Go ahead.
she she carried on.
She carried on. She carried on.
She carried on.
Okay, what about the next two words? If we say for hours, are those big sounds or short sounds? Long sounds or short sounds? For hours.
Hours, long sound.
What about for?
Short.
It is. I mean, if you say the word for, it's very long, but in the middle of a phrase, it becomes for hours, for hours. Can you say it? For hours,
Uh, for hours.
for hours. So
For
let's combine the word on and for and say on for. She carried on for hours.
She carried on for hours.
Hmm. So the two long sounds are carried and on, and then in between we have unfer, or I'm sorry, carried and hours. So we have carried and then unfer hours. Carried unfer hours.
She carried on for hours.
So this is short, long, short, long. She carried on for hours.
She carried on for hours.
Pachu, can you read those five words?
Okay. So she carried on for hours.
Unfer, unfer, unfer. She carried on for hours.
She carried on for hours.
Okay. Now the next two words we have. Can you read those? What are the next two words, Pachu?
Okay. So after losing,
Okay. After losing, after losing. Which
after losing,
which words sound small and which words sound big?
losing is stronger than after. No, after.
Okay, but watch
After.
watch your tone because you don't want to say losing. You want to say losing. It's the opposite of what you're doing.
Okay. Losing.
Losing, losing, losing. You start high and go low. After
Okay.
after losing.
After losing.
Hmm.
After losing.
So after is small. After losing.
So after losing,
Uh-huh. She carried on for hours after losing.
she carried on for hours after losing.
And don't forget to whistle when you say she.
She she carried on
Hmm.
for hours after losing.
How, how
Losing.
how do you think the word her will sound after the word losing? How will you combine the word losing and her together?
So losing her.
Lo-
Losing her.
losing her, losing her, losing her.
Losing her.
After losing her,
Losing her.
after losing her.
After losing her.
She
After
carried on
losing her.
she carried on for hours after losing her.
She carried on for hours after losing her.
Mohammed, how will you say those two words? After losing. Can you say those? Paying attention to the short and long sounds?
After losing her.
Okay, all three words after losing her. So it's short, long, short again. After losing her.
After losing her.
She carried on for hours after losing her.
She carried on for she carried on for hours after losing her.
Okay. What is the next word, Mohammed?
Her favorite.
Okay.
Uh, her favorite.
How many
Her
syllables?
favorite necklace.
How many syllables in the word favorite?
Favorite. Three.
Okay, it could be three. Some people will pronounce it with three. Favorite. That's okay. Especially, especially if that becomes one of your special words in a phrase, you might want to pronounce it very clearly and say all three syllables. Favorite. But a lot of times people will just pronounce it with two syllables and say favorite. Favorite. Can you pronounce it like that?
Favorite.
You don't have to pronounce the middle syllable. You can just say favorite. That's very typical. Favorite.
Fav- Favorite.
Okay. And what do you think about the vowel sounds? Are they long vowel sounds or short vowel sounds? Favorite.
Long.
Both of them? There are two vowel sounds, two syllables at least. Favorite.
First one is long,
And the second one is
and the other is short.
okay. So can you say after losing her favorite?
After losing her favorite.
Losing her, losing her, losing her, losing her.
After after losing her favorite.
Okay. She carried on for hours after losing her favorite.
She carried on for hours after losing her favorite.
Oh, okay. And what is the final word in that sentence?
Necklace.
Necklace. Eh. What do you think about the vowel sounds? Are they long or short? Eh.
Necklace.
Necklace.
The second one is long, the first one is short.
So is this is necklace or
Uh,
necklace? Is that long or short?
Short.
Okay, necklace, necklace, necklace.
Necklace.
Favorite necklace.
Favorite necklace.
Mhm. She carried on for hours after losing her favorite necklace.
She carried on for hours after losing her neck. She carried on for hours after losing her favorite necklace.
Favorite. You could make bigger if you want. Favorite necklace.
Favorite necklace.
Okay. Pachu, can you say favorite? How do you say that? How do you pronounce that?
Is a favorite. Is
Favorite.
favorite.
So that's favorite. Favorite.
A favorite. Favorite.
Favorite.
Favorite.
Favorite. And how about necklace? Can you say necklace? Two short sounds. Necklace.
Necklace. Necklace
Favorite necklace.
is favorite necklace.
hmm She carried on for hours after losing her favorite necklace. Can you say the whole phrase?
Okay. She carried on for hours after losing her favorite necklace.
Okay. How many phrases do you think we could divide this sentence into?
So three.
Okay, tell me the first phrase.
So she carried on for hours
Okay. She carried on for hours.
and yeah, she carried on for hours. Yes.
hmm
And then
Okay.
after after losing her favorite necklace.
All right. Mohammed, what do you think in the first phrase, she carried on for hours? Can you identify the most important words in that phrase? What do you think are the most important words?
Uh, Carried and hours.
Okay. Carried and hours. So we'll make these big. Okay. And what do you think about this idea? Is this a serious idea or is this a happy, friendly idea? How would you like to make this sound?
Like she carried on for hours.
Do you think this? What do you think?
Uh,
Yeah, is it a happy idea or a serious idea?
Serious idea.
Okay. So that means that because a lot of times when you're making a word big, you can use a high tone or a low tone. A high tone is friendly and nice, and a low tone is more serious. Okay. So, but one
Okay.
thing is that usually you start a phrase in a high tone. So when we say she carried, we're going to use a high tone. Carried, but then by the time we get to the bottom, we have to say hours. Carried, hours. Can you hear the different sounds, the different tone?
Yes.
Carried, that's high. But then when by the time we finish the phrase, it should be hours. Hours. She carried on for hours. She carried on for hours. We start with carried as high because it's the beginning of the phrase. And we finish in a low tone because that's the end of the phrase, but also because it's serious. She carried on for hours. Can you try to use the different tones? She carried on for hours.
She carried on for hours.
Can you say carried in a highway? Carried, carried.
She carried on for hours.
Okay, she carried on for hours. Pachu, can you read that? High to low. She carried on for hours.
She carried on for hours.
hmm Carried hours. Carried hours. She carried on for hours.
They carried hours. Carried hours.
hmm
She carried on hours. She,
Carried on 4 hours.
yeah, okay. So she carried on for hours.
PP says, I took a test and I failed in reading and writing and speaking, but I passed listening. How can I improve my reading? Well, what we're doing now will help you very much because we're looking at each word and each word together. So actually, this would be very useful for slowly reading something because this is going very slowly. Okay. So actually, I'm joking with you, but I'm serious. Definitely, this will help you with reading because we're looking at each word or each phrase in a very close way. And so, how could that not help you? Okay, Pachu, the next.
I
Go ahead, Mohammed.
I think he talks about IELTS test.
The IL.
The IELTS test
hmm
he has its own strategies, which is different from normal reading.
hmm So, what do you think? What would you suggest?
Maybe you want to know many synonyms.
Oh, you mean like more vocabulary?
Yes, because the answer is different. Word is a synonym for the origin word.
Yeah, but also, for example, this would be one of those things where it probably, if you know some phrasal verbs, you know that carry on means continue, but you probably never knew that carry on means this other thing about having an emotional incident. So this is helpful in that way too, I think. Okay, Pachu, what is the next phrase in our sentence?
So next phrase is after losing.
Okay, and what is the most important word in that phrase?
The losing.
Okay, and is this a serious phrase or is this a light phrase, do you think?
It is a serious.
Okay. So that means that we'll probably want to start this in a high way after, but then when we get here, we'll want to go low. After losing. After losing. After.
After losing.
Uh huh. Okay, so we have she carried on for
After
hours.
losing.
Go ahead. After losing. hmm She carried on for hours after losing.
She carried on for hours after losing.
Okay. Uh, can you say that, Mohammed? After losing.
After losing.
Okay, and we're starting high because that's the beginning of our phrase, after, but then we want to go low and we want to stay low with losing because it's a serious phrase. So we're going low, one, because it's the end of a phrase, and an English phrase usually goes from high to low. But we're going to give it a complete, instead of saying losing, which would sound kind of nice and friendly, we'll just keep it flat and low. Losing. After losing. After losing. Can you
Uh,
hear the two different tones?
yeah, the stress on after not losing, right?
Can you repeat that?
After losing.
After losing. After losing. After losing. Start high and finish low. She carried on for hours.
After
Go ahead.
after losing.
After losing. She carried on for hours after losing. Can you try both phrases together?
She carried on for hours after losing.
Okay. Now, in the final phrase, her favorite necklace, what do you think are the most important words in that phrase?
Her favorite necklace. The serious word is necklace.
Okay. Well, I think that maybe the word favorite would be more important because it's not just any necklace, it's her favorite necklace. So favorite I think is a more special word than necklace. What do you think about that?
I agree.
Okay. So in that word favorite, which word has the accent?
Favorite.
Okay. And is this a serious sounding phrase or is this a happy sounding phrase, do you think?
Serious.
Okay. So what we'll have to do, we'll start here with her, okay? Because usually, not always, but usually in an English sentence you want to start with a high tone and move down, okay? But so we'll say her in a high way, her, but then when we get to this accented syllable, we have to suddenly go low. Okay, so we'll probably just keep it low here. Her favorite necklace. Her favorite necklace, like that. You hear how it goes from high to low because it's serious?
Uh, her favorite necklace.
Okay. It's hard to get the tones. That's not an easy thing, but that's a way that you could lose a lot of your accent by doing that. Her fay. Her fay. Can you hear the difference? Her fay.
Her favorite.
Yeah, her
Her favorite.
her favorite necklace.
Her favorite necklace.
She carried on for hours after losing her favorite necklace.
She carried on for hours after losing her favorite necklace.
Okay, can you say that, Pachu, the whole phrase?
Okay. So she carried on out. So she carried on for hours after losing her favorite necklace.
How would you say on and for like it's one word?
Is a carried on,
On,
carried on for,
on for.
carry on for.
She carried on for hours.
She she carried on for hours
Uh huh. Say the whole phrase,
after.
the whole sentence.
Okay, okay. She carried on for hours after losing her favorite necklace.
How will you say losing in her like one word?
Losing her,
Lose.
losing her.
How would you say on and for like one word?
Unfur,
On for.
unfur.
She carried on for hours after losing her favorite necklace.
She carried on for hours after losing her favorite necklace.
Uh, Mohammed, how will you make a yes no question with she carried on for hours?
She carried. How she responded for losing her necklace?
Well, how would you ask me a question where the answer is yes or no?
Okay. Did she carry on for hours
Okay, that's right. Say it again.
after did she carry on for hours after losing her favorite necklace?
Okay. Uh, Now, what do you think about that word did? Is that an important word in your question? Do you think that's important?
Yes.
Okay. So, if it's an important word, how should you pronounce it so that everyone can hear it?
Did she carry on for hours after losing her favorite necklace?
All right, I'm going to put two words here. Let me move this up. Let me know when you can see the two words that I have added. Can you see the two
I
words?
see.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you pronounce word number one?
Did.
And how do you pronounce word number two?
Did.
Okay, if you say word number two, this is a vowel that you have to eat. Okay, so when you say word number two, the vowel sound is something that you eat, that you push down into the bottom of your throat. Dead, dead. That goes down. Dead. You have to pretend like you're eating the vowel. Don't push it out. Push it down. Can you try to eat the verb or the vowel?
Did.
Dead. Try
Did.
again. Try again.
Did. Did.
Try to eat it more. Try to push it down into your throat more.
Did.
Dead, dead, dead. Goes down. Dead.
Did.
hmm
Did.
And number two,
Did.
number one is a vowel sound that you push out. Did, did. You push that one out. You can feel the air coming out instead of down. How do you say number one?
Did.
Did,
Did.
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 You should feel the air kind of pushing up at the top of your mouth, like right around here. Did.
Did.
hmm Say number two.
Did.
Dead, dead. You push it down. Dead, dead.
Did.
Say number one.
Did.
Did. You have to push that one out. You have to push. You have to feel the air coming up and pushing up against the top of your mouth.
Did.
Did. Yeah, like that.
Did.
Say it again.
Did.
Did. Did. But try to make the vowel sound a little bit longer. Did.
Did.
Did. Pachu, can you say number
Did.
one? How do you say number one?
Did
Okay, and how do you say number two?
is dead.
Dead,
Dead.
dead. You have to feel that pushing down your throat. Dead. You've got to eat it. Say number one again.
Dead. Dead.
Dead.
Did
Did. And say number two.
is dead.
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 Dead. You've got to push it down more. Dead. It's in your throat, not up in your mouth. Dead.
Okay. Dead is dead.
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 Dead. Okay. Mohammed, can you say number one again?
Did.
Did. Did. You should feel the air pushing up and hitting the top of your mouth. Dead.
Did.
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 And how do you
Uh,
say number
uh,
number two?
did.
Dead. That's I think that's more clear than before. Okay, now so did this is an important word because it's a yes no question. Did did she carry on for hours? Did she so that's why the vowel sound here is very important because it's going to be extra long. Did she? Did she?
Did she carry on for
Okay,
hours?
but push the air out more because it sounds like you're saying number two.
Did she carry on for hours?
Did push it out. Did push it out.
Did she carry on for
That
hours?
was better. That was much better that time. Did she carry on for hours after losing her necklace? Can you say the whole phrase?
Did she carry on for hours after
Okay,
losing her necklace?
okay, but you do have to push out more ear because it sounds like you're saying dead.
Did she carry on for hours after losing her necklace?
Okay. Pachu, how will you answer no to that question?
No, 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 she didn't carry on for hours after losing her favorite necklace.
Say it again.
No, no, she didn't carry on for hours after losing her favorite necklace.
Okay. And don't forget to whistle when you say she. She.
No, she
Shh.
didn't,
No.
didn't, didn't,
Okay. Is it didn't or didn't? Which one is better?
didn't, didn't, didn't,
Didn't.
I
Didn't. Didn't.
didn't. Sir,
Okay.
can you write on phonetics how it is written so that I can better pronounce it, enunciate it?
I'm sorry.